What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this one, we have what can $10 get in Poland? Budget challenge. I'm very excited to dive into this. I always like to know what can my American money exchange for other currencies get me in other countries. It's always just a fascination of mine. Before we dive in, however, and we find out, please, if you enjoy this video, do not forget to smash that subscribe button, guys. We are almost at 1,000. We are going to get there together, so let's get there fast. So don't forget, and let's dive right in.
I'm Drabinski, and today I'm going to show you what $10 can get you in Krakow, Poland.
Let's see what we got.
I absolutely love Krakow. It is my third time here, and I think it's one of the most underrated cities in all of Europe. It's a place where East meets West. It's grungy, it's hipster, kind of like Prague. Krakow's very young because there's so many universities here. There's so much to like about Krakow. Let's go explore.
Let's do it.
I am so excited to be meeting up with a local friend named Casper, who reached out just yesterday on Instagram. He will be showing me the ins and outs of Krakow while we keep a tight budget of under $10. This is Polish zloty. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Zloty. So what I like about the money is it's small. Every bill is small, and the lower the count, the smaller it gets.
Doesn't it look like Monopoly money?
It kind of looks like Monopoly money. And something I also love about the money here is that it's all different colors for different bills.
Yeah.
In the US, it's all green, and it's hard to
Yeah.
know how much it costs. So when I first came to Poland, around 3 zlotys was a euro.
Yep.
Now it's like almost 5. This is our budget for today. We're gonna see how many things we can buy.
Okay, 50 zloty.
So the church behind us is actually arguably the most important landmark here in Krakow. And it's also one of the most important churches in the whole country.
I really love it, man. I mean, it's the highlight of this beautiful
amazing.
square, which, by the way, is massive. There's so many people here that right now it looks empty, but there's probably 5,000 people standing in the square. I see these bread things, they remind me of Istanbul.
Yep.
They have these all over Turkey, but is it
it looks empty, but there's about 5,000 people in that square, which, that's a that's an example of how big that square actually is. That's really amazing, and that church is absolutely beautiful. But it'd be cool to just kind of walk around this square.
Polish thing?
I would say it is.
And what's it called?
In Polish, it's called obwarzonek.
Okay, gotcha.
It's like a pretzel.
It's like a pretzel.
With like different toppings.
All right, let's get one, please. What do you think is best?
Sesame.
Sesame? Thank you. So that was only like $1, basically.
It was 3 zloty, yeah.
Oh, it was 3.
64 cents.
Wow.
Yeah.
That caught me by surprise. Okay, cool. We're on a roll.
Hold up, Poland.
There you go.
I might be on the way.
It's exactly like a pretzel. They should give you a dipping sauce. They don't give you that. Pretty good. And for like 50 cents, it's a good thing to start the day with. And
that's crazy. 50.
2 blocks that way.
That probably would have cost about $2
and
here.
Now it's $2.50. Can you tell her? Just explain to her that I appreciate that most people should come here and they should know that they can get a better price. What did you say?
That there's more tourists in that area, so that's why the price was higher,
Of
and
course.
then this is the place to go to.
Got it. I remember this market from 2012. It's kind of an unforgettable place, man. It's huge, and it's right in the middle of the square.
Exactly.
What's the significance of this?
It's one of the oldest markets in Europe.
It's obviously tourist central, but it's cool, and it gives charm to Krakow. And I did buy a chess set here 10 years ago from one of these places, and it's still in my house right now.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool.
It's not about the products, it's about the vibe of the whole place.
And the experience.
Yeah.
And all these emblems are the different provinces. Oh, cities.
Yeah, city.
I don't think anything in here we can find for my $10 video.
No.
While I'm walking around Krakow, I thought I would share with you guys a little behind the scenes of how I make my travel videos, because A, I've never shared it with you before, and B, I think you'll find it quite interesting. For the first 5 years, I
think I might skip this part and get to back to him, like in Krakow doing the tourist thing. That's cool.
the story.
My favorite Polish food is pierogies. It's the thing that everybody knows about Poland.
Yeah.
The U.S. has so many Polish immigrants over the years, and so you can find pierogies in Chicago, for example. Can we try pierogies here?
Yeah, sure.
You have
Let's do
a,
it.
you have a
Never
spot in
had a
mind?
pierogi
Yeah.
before.
I mean, you have
I'd love
when
to
you're
try
here,
one.
You know, it's like a thing. Like
Yeah.
you just have to try it.
It's not like a tourist. It's like pierogies is not like a touristy food. It's like
No.
Polish people actually
Yeah.
eat it and enjoy it.
Yeah, we eat it like, you know, some people eat it once a week, some people eat it every day.
Bar Mleczki?
Yeah.
Mleczny.
Mleczne. It's
Mleczne.
milk bar.
Mleczne.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, a
let's go
milk
inside.
bar. Okay, so classic
like the
Polish
best.
food.
I mean,
Traditional
I like the Russian
Polish
ones.
food.
So with potato, carrot, cheese, and onion.
Is this for like a whole plate of them?
It's 10 pieces, so it's quite
10
big.
pieces.
So this is very cheap. Like if we went to a restaurant now and ordered the same thing, you'd probably pay 35 zloty for
Really?
6 of them. Or like-
So this is a good deal.
Yeah.
$3.92.
This is a plate of pierogies.
They got all of
This
that.
is my favorite food in Poland. I haven't had these in like 4 years and I can't wait. Here we go, trying delicious Russian, well, they're not really Russian, they're Polish, but they're called Russian.
called Russian.
They're called
I
Russian.
have no idea why.
Cheers, man. That is amazing. What's inside? Cottage cheese?
It's cottage cheese and onion and black pepper.
I can't explain how fresh this tastes and how it feels like it's made in a homemade kitchen, like your grandma's house. They would make this
Yeah.
for only a few bucks. I'm telling you guys, pierogies are the best thing about Poland in the cuisine world. It's funny because you can't really find good pierogies outside of Poland. Like, you can find a good sausage anywhere in Europe. Germany, Denmark, Czech, sausages are kind of whatever, but this you can't get anywhere else.
So he basically got this for about $3.92, so about $4. Where he said if they went and paid for the restaurant, they would have only gotten 6, and I think it would have been about $7 because he said around 35 zloty with 5-to-1 exchange rate. It would have been about $7. So that's an incredible deal. I'm all for the deal. All for the deals right here. Great deal.
These type of places started to exist somewhere around 50s or 60s in the 20th century. And you know, that was the time when Poland was a communist state. We were totally controlled by the Soviet Union. We were not independent whatsoever. You know, food was very expensive. We even at some point had cards for food, meaning that you could only buy like a specific amount of bread every week, specific amount of meat, and you couldn't really, you know, exceed this limit.
Did you ask your parents about what it was like?
I learned about those food cards in the UK during World War II. They had to deal with that same thing with the food cards. I didn't know that was something that Poland had to do as well.
Grow up in that?
Yeah, it was terrible. I mean, they said one thing that was like quite funny, but also like tragic at the same time. That if you had dollars, you were good, because if you had dollars, then you could buy things off the black market or these like special shops that were called Lefex.
So how do you know that like this style of restaurant was from the communist age? Like, can you tell by like the way the tables are and the walls, or does it have a certain style?
Yeah, definitely. And even the process of ordering food, as you can see, we got these in like what?
Like a cafeteria type.
Yeah, it's like 2 minutes and they were good to go.
Right.
Yeah.
So anybody younger than me, which is you all grow up learning English and being more open-minded.
Yep.
But anyone older than you
No.
didn't grow. So tell me about like the generational shift here. Like, is it?
It's very big.
It's very big.
It's very big. It's very big, and you can actually really see it. Like my parents don't speak English. They learned Russian in school, so they know how to speak Russian, but they don't know how to communicate in English. I would say that the biggest change happened in 2004 when we officially joined the European Union. That was the biggest, change for good.
Okay.
Obviously, with our current government, things are not really great.
Sure.
Because they're kind of more right-winged
Sure.
than left-wing. So we have some problems along the way, but 2004 was definitely like a very significant year and time for Polish people.
So Kasper, I've noticed all around Krakow and really Poland, there's a lot of Ukrainian support. So obviously we all know what's happened.
Yep.
But tell me from your experience, like what's been going on?
It was unbelievable, I would say. Like something that you wouldn't really think that can happen, but it did. It was like reality just crashed in your face. I mean, I saw people sleeping on the train station for like 2 weeks on the ground. Wow. Same thing was happening in Warsaw and in all major cities in Poland.
Right.
It was crazy. I mean, to see what the people have gone through and to hear some of the experiences. Most of them left only with a backpack and a bottle of water.
Right.
And that's it.
Poland has opened up their arms to help Ukrainians, give them shelter,
Thank
give them
God.
food, because obviously they were running for their lives.
Yeah.
It's been amazing to watch from the outside to see how Poland has been so great.
Ukrainian population here prior to war was also quite significant. They're everywhere, but you know, we're definitely not complaining. We embrace that, and we just want to help them in any way that we can.
That's an amazing lesson. Thank you for sharing. This is obviously a heavy topic, but it cannot go unnoticed. I mean, you can see everywhere you go here, you can see support for Ukraine. It's a really beautiful thing. On that note, I've actually been meeting Ukrainian.
That's truly something sensational. It's crazy though, because I just watched a video recently where it was like kind of opposite sentiments, where it was like one of the politicians who was basically like tired of Ukrainianization in the country and feel like they were starting to be overran by Ukraine. And he was like overwhelmingly voted for it, but in this video you see a different sentiment. You see him like, yeah, we help Ukraine, and you will not see any complaining. Like, we want to help as much as possible. And man, living in the U.S. in my life, there's never been war on U.S. soil, so I like have no idea what it's like to go through any of that. And I think for Poland to be willing to open their arms and take in so much Ukrainian refugees, so much Ukrainian people who are fleeing the country due to the Russian invasion is an absolutely beautiful thing of Poland. And yeah, you can't say enough like how amazing that is, how selfless that is. So shout out to Poland. Shout out to Poland. They open their arms, and I think that's one of the most incredible things you can do is help your fellow human. So that's awesome.
Refugees across Europe to hear their stories, and I will be sharing them with you in a video very soon. Even though the mainstream news seems to have forgotten about the war, I think it's very important to let their voices be heard on my platforms. Behind me is the beautiful Wawel Cathedral. I probably butchered the name. It's spelled W-A-W-E-L. The Wawel Cathedral is beautiful. You can see all the different kinds of architecture over the years. We have gold domes, we have pillars, columns, we have Gothic churches that look like Prague, and it's kind of all smushed together into one beautiful building. And this is probably my favorite spot in all of Krakow. Haven't been here in 10 years, but man, is it beautiful.
Behind us, there's a riverside, which has become like a very, very popular hanging out place for people.
This is really nice, man. So was that like the newer part of the city?
Yes and no. So look, all these buildings are new, as you can tell, obviously. But behind them, there's like even older part than this part of the city. So.
Gotcha. Real quick, guys, there's one more note about Canva that I forgot to mention. They have a brand new feature called Whiteboards, which takes collaboration to another level. Whether you're workshopping projects or just brainstorming,
skip the Canva note.
Promotion. Click that link below to claim video. And what street is this? Just a random walking street by the old town?
Some of the streets, or most of the streets here, are going to look quite similar around this area, but we are actually headed towards the Jewish district of the city.
Great.
And there you can actually feel like the vibe of the city, I would say.
You know, I would love to go there and connect with my ancestors. Before World War II, Krakow's Jewish quarter was one of the most populated and lively Jewish communities in the world, with 65,000 members. In fact, Krakow's Jews once made up 25% of the city's total residents. They used to work as bankers, merchants, they were owners of popular restaurants, cafes, and bars, and they were the best craftsmen in the city. The Jews spoke both Hebrew and Yiddish and led rich cultural and religious lives. Sadly, the Nazis killed over 90% of Krakow's Jews in the Holocaust, and the remaining ones left Poland. However, the synagogue...
That is absolutely sick, bro. I hate hearing that, bro. Like, that's, oh my God, bro. Hitler was literally like pure freaking evil, man. And, bro, that's just made up 25% of the city. And then World War II, over 90% of them were killed and the other 10 fled. That's heartbreaking.
Still remain intact, and the entire district has been converted into a hipster place for young tourists and locals to hang out.
So we are in the Jewish district. The place that we're going to used to be a synagogue, actually. It's a very cool place because it has almost not been renovated whatsoever, so we can get the vibe, you know.
Let's go, man. That sounds cool. The Jewish history in Krakow is really special. I mean, there was a lot of Jews before World War II. It was thriving. And obviously now they have the beautiful community left over, but most of the people are gone. It's just so cool to be walking around here, seeing Judaism signs everywhere, shops selling menorahs and Jewish music being played on the streets. And it gives me this eerie feeling because I have like great aunts and uncles who were killed in Auschwitz, which is like 30 minutes drive from here. So it's somber walking these streets, but it's very special. Casper and I made our way deeper into the Jewish quarter, into a former synagogue which has been converted into a bar. This is so cool, dude. Is this way?
Yep.
Okay, I'll follow you. Go ahead. This is awesome. Whoa, man,
That's
this is cool.
insane.
Beautiful.
Turn into a bar
This
is
is
wild.
amazing. You can really feel how it was a synagogue before.
$3. Not bad.
How do you say cheers in
Not
Polish?
bad.
Nazdrowie.
Nazdrowie.
It's a lot of beer too.
Nazdrowie. That's good.
Alright.
It's a local beer. What's it called?
Książęce.
Książęce?
Yeah.
I think this is the first time I've ever had a beer inside of a synagogue, and I've been in a lot of synagogues, but this place is really cool.
Yeah.
19th century building, and all these paintings are original. Unbelievable, man. So this is a Jewish quarter, so a lot of the synagogues that were here, they're not working anymore because there's not enough Jews.
There are actually a few of them that still work.
Oh, okay.
Because the Jewish community, especially here in this part of the city, is still quite vivid. Obviously not as big as
Yeah,
before,
sure.
but
This is so cool, man. You could tell it's a synagogue by the way that these arches are.
yeah.
This is really cool, having a beer in a synagogue, and the vibe in here is cool with the music, and Krakow's a cool place, dude. Casper, where are we now?
So we are still in the Jewish district, and now we're like in one of the most famous places for a plate which is called zapiekanka.
I've heard about zapiekanka, but I've actually never tried it.
It's kind of like pizza, but it's not round, and it's like a thick crust with cheese on top of it and some other
It's like
things.
a Polish pizza, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of chives. It's just a lot of chives. It looks good. Just take out a lot of those chives and I'm down. Is this the rest
This
of
is
the
only
money?
11 zlotys?
Yeah.
Dude,
That's a lot of food.
this
for
can feed like a
$2.
family.
It's open till very late, and usually this is like a bar area, so you would find like hundreds
Drunk
of people.
people?
Yeah.
How do you you have to bite it like
Yeah,
that,
you
or can
bite
you?
into it.
I can rip it off too. Oh, look at that cheese. Good.
Oh,
That's so.
the spot.
You have really thick bread, crunchy thick bread, fluffy bread with cheese on it, mushrooms, onions, and garlic sauce. Zapiekanka. Did I say it right?
Yep. It's been an absolute pleasure to visit Krakow once again.
Yeah.
This city is truly one of the most underrated in all of Europe. There's so much history, so many good flavors, and so many friendly people. But to wrap up this $10 video, I was able to get one circular bread, one plate of pierogies, one delicious local beer, and one zapiekanka
That's
or
wild.
Polish pizza for $9.89. Thanks for watching,
That's
and I'll see you
legit
guys next
insane.
week. Thanks for watching. Make sure
Paula, I'm just in the wrong channel. I'm just in the wrong country. I'm just my money don't take me nowhere here, bro. My money don't take me nowhere here, bro. I need to go to the great country of Poland. Bro, it seems like I react to so many different countries around the world, and there's so many countries that are much cheaper than the U.S., bro. Like, what are we doing here? What am I doing here, bro? I need my money to stretch. That's all we got. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. Check out the next one. I'll see you guys next time.